You are watching MLS Daily. Here is the Major League Soccer update. No full-time whistles today? Here is what is happening around the Major League Soccer. On the pitch, MLS Week 13. Road win for Chicago. San Diego scores 5 goals. Midweek MLS for Week 13 of the 2026 Major League Soccer season, starting with Montreal drawing 2-2 at home with Portland. Daniel Rios put Montreal up in the 11th, with Kevin Kelsey equalizing for the Timbers in the 21st. Montreal retook the lead from a Wickelman-Carmona goal in the 45th. Cole Bassett leveled them. MLS Thoughts. Caps future in limbo, youth report, Arfsten surges, and more. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here with his latest thoughts around the MLS, including his weekly youth report on U.S. youth internationals. According to American Soccer Now, MLS Youth Report, Hall, Miller, and Tsakiris enjoy big performances amid strong season for young Yanks. ASN's Brian Ciaretta breaks down the midweek for young Americans in MLS, with Julian Hall and Peyton Miller scoring big goals and Nico Tsakiris leading a San Jose turnaround. According to American Soccer Now, Crocker departs U.S. soccer, Yanks struggle in Europe, youth shines in MLS. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here to break down the top stories in U.S. soccer, MLS, and Americans abroad. MLS, young players shining, Berhalter surging to free agency, Luna responds. According to American Soccer Now, ASN's Brian Ciaretta writes about the top stories in MLS, including the breakout of several young American players, including Xavier Gozo, Julian Hall, and Nico Tsakiris. According to American Soccer Now, MLS, youth is served with RBNY and RSL, Montreal is awful USMNT update, and more. ASN's Brian Ciaretta is here to offer up his thoughts on the week in MLS. New stadium needed to keep Whitecaps in Vancouver, MLS Commissioner Don Garber says, according to Yahoo Sports, MLS, Seattle, AP. MLS Commissioner Don Garber said, before the United States beat Australia at the World Cup on Friday, that the Vancouver Whitecaps need to have a new stadium deal in order to keep the club in Vancouver. We're committed to keeping the team here if we have a viable stadium project, Garber said, which we don't have now. Financial hurdles have hit the club despite its success on the pitch. BC Place, the Whitecaps' home since 2011, is government-owned and operated by BC Pavilion Corp. According to Yahoo Sports, MLS, suspended Union executive has reportedly failed to complete MLS training. The Philadelphia Union have had a woeful start to the season on the field. Photograph Isaiah Vasquez shot Getty Images. Despite being eligible for reinstatement, former Philadelphia Union sporting director Ernst Tanner has not resumed duties with the club. Multiple sources with knowledge of the situation said this week, in part because he has yet to complete his league-ordered restorative practices training. Tanner was suspended through our 1st June by Major League Soccer after a league-ordered investigation. Red Bulls Ronald Donkor signs extension with MLS club. Midfielder Ronald Donkor signed a 3.5-year contract extension with Red Bull New York, keeping the 21-year-old in Harrison NJ through the 2029-30 MLS season. The burgeoning Red Bulls midfielder had been in the final year of his original contract, which he signed with the club back in 2023, and his new deal includes an option for the 2030-31 season. Ronnie has developed into a really important member of our club, and we are very excited to keep him with the club for the moving to the market. How Orlando City's players fared in Transfermarkt's latest market valuations, according to the mainland. The World Cup is finally here and in full swing, and the soccer on the field has been thoroughly enjoyable through its first week. The home North American teams are off to a good start, with dominating wins by Mexico and the United States, a draw from Canada, and good showings from Haiti and Curacao. Even though both teams lost, Panama had not played as of this article's completion. Curaçao's goal against Germany was one of the moments of the tournament so far, even on the managerial front. According to Yahoo Sports, MLS-worst Philadelphia Union fire coach Bradley Carnell as part of front office shakeup. Philadelphia, AP. The last-place Philadelphia Union fired coach Bradley Carnell on Wednesday as part of a front office overhaul that included naming John Shear as sporting director. Ryan Richter, the head coach of the club's developmental team, Philadelphia Union 2, was named Carnell's replacement on an interim basis. The move came less than a year after Carnell led the Union to the best record in the MLS in his first season as head coach. Philadelphia was the top seed in the playoffs before B. How do the conferences look? East and West top 5. That is MLS Daily. Follow for tomorrow's update.